Warriors and GMGettes. Are you ready?
Countdown, 60 seconds to get ready for the Good Morning Gang morning show. It's time to get ready. Get your coffee, tea, trees, or whatever need be. Then put on your seatbelt. We're going on a journey. We'll discuss trending topics, music and breaking news to help get your morning right. Big Phil speaks, giving you his one-of-a-kind point of view. It's the GMGA, and we're family. So as we count down to the start of the show, prepare for the unexpectedly. If you know, you know. Tell 1 to 7 of your friends to come in. Share your love for the show. We're about to begin. The GMG countdown.
Yeah, it's time to wake yourself up. It's the Good Morning Gang morning show. You feel me?
Good morning to you.
Hey, looky, what do we have here? I don't know, probably the best morning show ever hit the atmosphere. Let's be clear, there's plenty others that do it B.I.G., but keeping it a buck though, none to get you up though like G&G. With all the news and real point of views you can use, light and heavy topics we peruse, even a laugh or two. What you talking? Good morning, gang, be the issue, and take your friends and them, Ken and all, come on in, tune in. You ain't gonna want them in state, and even the trolls and haters that hate us, we end up being their favorite. Cause from 8 to 10, we get it in, believe that. I mean, from where else could you go when you a part of the show? Definitely GMG, cause when you show love, we show love back. First thing in the morning, we get you through, so after the yawning, wash up and wipe your face, get your snacks and come on in, get comfy, but most importantly, in all caps,
Do. Scooby doo. Yeah, baby. Good morning to ye. It's your boy, Big Phil Speaks, and this is the Good Morning Gang morning show, huh? Brought to you by myself and that good GM Jizzle, good GMG, Good Morning Gang. Don't let them tell you nothing else. You feel me? Who we got in the building? Who we got in the building? Who we got in the building? Listen, I thank y'all for tapping in, tuning in. As people are trickling in, we about to have at it like a crackhead with a hell of a crack habit. I know some people like, "Phil, you need to stop saying that." And I'm just like, eh. But yeah, anywho, Anywho, how y'all doing this morning? Let me start the show off before I do the roll call. Let me do this warning as I like to do about this time, baby. Warning, warning, warning. Federal law, Title 17 U.S.C., Section 107, allows citizens to reproduce, distribute, or exhibit portions of copyrighted material under certain circumstances without the authorization of the copyright holder. Fair use allows for the quoting of copyrighted material and the creation of a new work for purposes including but not limited to criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, or research. Fair use preserves the free flow of culture, baby. Listen, we back like we never left. Fly as ever. Don't kiss and tell. Yay, yay. Come on over to the good YouTube on these internet streets. That's a fact. The Mundo. Y'all come on over to YouTube channel, pinned in the comments right there. Not right there, but right there. Dude, you said turn your mic up. You kind of low. My mic sounds nice. Check one. My mic. Oh, let me see. Hold on. Let me make sure the settings are setting. You know what I'm talking about? Ray said that. Nah, I'm up. A Scooby Dooby Doo Doo. I'm up, Ray. It might be your computer or your phone. Check your settings, huh? Who we got in the building? So far, we got Polo Dolo riding solo from here to there and everywhere from the good Kansas City way. Yeah. Rashad Houston, the home team. GMG. What's goody like the mob, huh? Ray from 5'9" and from around the way. What you got to say, huh? What you know, no good? Listen, we got people tapping in and tuning in from the good Facebook, of course, the YouTube, of course, the good X, formerly known as the Twitters, and we got somebody tapping in from Twitch. Top of the red, top of the top. You know what I'm saying? From the top of the top. You hear me? Listen, how are y'all feeling? Do me a favor. Get on your favorite platforms. Get on your in your DMs and share this situation, this situation with at least 1 to 7 of your friends. I don't want you to spam your whole friend list. I don't want it. But share with 1 to 7 of your friends. Let them know that the Good Morning Gang Morning Show is here. You feel me? Listen. Y'all see the title of this situation, huh? Y'all see the title of this situation. What they really want from her. What they really want from her. Y'all can fill in the blanks from a dude or from a gal, from a man, from a woman, from a good guy, from a good gal, whatever. You want to put that last word to me. Y'all know what it is. Shout out to DMX, RIP. Huh? What they really want from her. Shout out to Backwoody. He probably in the back. What they really want from her. Shout out to it, huh? Whom we got in the building? Don't be afraid to tap in. We'll get back to the roll call as more people come on in or whatever the case may be. But we got some things, some stories, some topics to talk about or whatever the case may be. Let me pull this what you call it here. This dude almost got the this Bama Hill award for some sucker ish he did or whatever. And he law enforcement too. So I hope that I'm talking about really get at him because boy, I know y'all like, what the hell are you talking about, Big Phil? Listen, this Bama here, a Pensacola, Florida officer, police officer nonetheless. And before I get into their story, it is known, at least in my area, it's been known for years that some of the freakiest, cheatingest individuals around, and please don't be offended, officers and safety workers, but they say the police department and the fire department got some of the most freakiest, cheatingest individuals that are out. You hear me? And this Bama here takes the cake, the icing, the candles, the trash afterwards. This Bama, oh my God. Him right there, him over there. Listen, they say an officer in Pensacola, Florida was arrested 2 weeks ago after allegations concerning his sex life and disclosure of his sexual health. According to Fox 10 officer, Pierce Cotton was charged with a felony after not disclosing his positive HIV status to his coworker from the Pensacola Police Department that he got pregnant. They had been dating since October despite Cotton still living with the mother of his first kid. Can you say freak ass boy? Creep ass boy. Can you say oh, he almost got this Bama here award, but the one that I picked for this Bama here, y'all gonna be like, yeah, that's a good pick. Anyway, things took a turn when the ex found a prescription bottle. I guess the baby mother, the mother of his first child he's living with. Things took a turn when the ex found a prescription bottle and contacted the pregnant woman. She apparently urged the woman to get tested, only telling her that she was concerned for her health and that of her unborn child. My God. When Cotton found out about the conversation, he contacted the pregnant woman himself, telling her that he was sick, quote unquote sick. When the pregnant woman asked, sick what with what? Cotton stated that it was all under control. You can't contract it. He said, before I explain anything else, I want you to know this part first. I can't transmit it. You don't have it. Since you already been tested for it, I made sure I was safe so as to keep you from getting it. You and the baby can't get it from me. The woman then contacted the police leading investigators to find out that he was positive and had allegedly broken the law. The law states it's unlawful for any person who has human immunodeficiency virus infection when such person knows he or she is infected with this disease and when such person has been informed that he or she may communicate this disease to another person through sexual intercourse, to have sexual intercourse with any other person unless such other person has been informed of the presence of the sexual transmissible disease and has consented to the sexual intercourse. I believe this law is a Florida law. I don't know if this law is across the country. Damn well should be, but I know they have laws like that on the books here in the DC area or whatever the case may be. But this Bama here, I'm like, what the figure down? Could you imagine that? He taking I know what it is. He taking one of them damn medications that supposedly leaves you undetectable or whatever the case may be. But this Bama living with the mother of one child, having sexual relations with a coworker, freak ass boy, freak ass girl. They up there doing the wild thing. She get knocked up. And if it wasn't for baby mama number one saying something, Bama wasn't going to say nothing. Bama wasn't going to say nothing. But then also, to me, he should be charged with something else too because he's a public service officer, public service agent, public service individual out here to protect and serve. What if he gets in a scuffle while detaining or arresting anybody, gets a cut, and whatever the case may be? That's a public safety issue, ain't it? Bama should be charged with fraud. Bama should be charged with endangering the public. Bama should be charged with a whole lot of things. Lord, Lady Cosanita, good morning to you. I see you in the building. He said, I can't pass. You can't get it from me. I made sure you was safe. I made sure. Listen. Look, Rashad, well, damn it. Hey. Young Dreads was goody like the mob. Salute, GMG, in the place to be. On the MIC. Yeah, baby. We in the building. For those that are over on the good IG, come on over to the good YouTube and see what's popping. You hear me? But let me put this Bama picture back up. Y'all need to see the face of the bullshiggery. And some people would say, yeah, well, he's one of us, Phil. He's a brother. Go light on him because he's a brother. Stall him out, Big Phil, because he's a brother. But if he's intentionally deceiving individuals and laying down with them, having sex knocking their boots and knocking him up. That's a problem. Forget about the uniform. That's a whole nother conversation, but that's a problem in our community. I don't give a damn. Everybody that's skin folk ain't kin folk. That's what they say. And this Bama purposely, you know what I'm saying, got him a little something, something. And didn't tell the lady that she, what you call it, that lady probably want to go out and go ahead and take care of the Bama, but can't do it, can't do it. Now, there's still the possibility that she still might not have it, but I think in the undetectable realm, would it be transmitted but still be undetectable in the next person? It's a lot of gray area with that. It's a lot of gray area with that, and I don't want no parts of it. You know what I'm talking about? That's why I just want one good woman. Y'all can have the streets. Y'all can have these internet streets. Y'all can have all the boo-boo bun things and situationships y'all want. Y'all could be out here trying to sell all the royal oats you want with about 1,000. You can have at it. You can have whatever you like. I just the one good woman. That's all. That's it. That's all. You hear me? Des and D, super. What's upper? What's goody like the mob? The real Packy Reek coming in smelling like that good pack and reeking. You hear me? Ooh, listen, in the building. Hey, Miles, come on over to the good YouTube. You know the channel pin right there. Marquise Fly Guy, come on over. Double Crosser, come over. Come over. Listen. But yeah, that officer, he need to be charged with more than what he's charged with, because at the end of the day, ain't no telling who else he done freak leaked with in the police department. Because like I said earlier, the police departments and the fire departments is known to turn out some freak leaks and some cheating uh, individuals. Miss Zion, good morning to ye. Good morning to ye. Glad to see you in the building. Good morning. Listen, huh? Pensacola, Florida. I hope y'all make an example of this Bama here. Now, this brings about the broader question. This brings about the broader question. Should you have to disclose your status when you meet somebody for potentially dating? Forget about the sexual part first. You know what I'm talking about? Even though we in a world where one night stands happen like, you know what I'm saying, like nobody's business, even though we in a world where people are sexually liberated and down for the whatever, should individuals be made, getting a lot of feed bizzle. Hold on, let me testing. I don't know if y'all hear it on y'all end, but I hear it on my end, and I don't like it. I don't like it. Anyway, should individuals that have communicable diseases, especially deadly ones that can be deadly, should they be made to disclose at the beginning of dating, not even before you even kiss a girl or kiss a guy or anything after that? If there's some interest in said individual to the point where at least you want to go on a coffee date or go out to dinner or whatever the case may be, should you, out of just moral conscience, have to say something? Should you be legally bound to say something? I'm just saying, for me, listen, you better tell me. You better tell me something. Listen, tell me what's going on, because Big Phil Speaks ain't having it. Music for God, too. Good morning, darling. She's in the building. If you have interest in any sexual activity, yes. But see, that's the thing. A lot of men and women, they do. Whether they say, oh, I'm not on that, or I'm not, I'm abstaining, or you know. And he ain't getting none. Oh shit, man, she ain't getting none of this good. We humans and things can happen. And it could be a situation where you go into it not thinking or wanting or planning to get you none. But the vibe is vibing. The emotions are emoting. You know what I'm saying? And y'all just feeling each other and y'all decide, come here, girl. Let me get a kiss? And that kiss lead to a whole lot of things. But in this day and age, you ain't even gotta kiss nobody. You know what I'm saying? They'll bypass the kiss to the oral activities. This the morning show. So I'm gonna leave that there. But yeah, yeah. So I think that people need to be a little bit more responsible in what it is they do because it's a lot going on out here, huh? And I love a good woman, but I don't want no packages. I don't want no packages brung along into the lituation situation. You hear me? Tell me what you want. Tell me what you need. Tell me you ain't got no diseases. Baby, please tell me. I don't want no issues. I don't want no problems. I don't want nothing. You hear me? But have at it like a crackhead with a crack habit, baby. Let me see this. Okay. Lord have mercy. I just got a text at somebody that had wanted me to interview them about a certain issue, and they back dealing with the person that they had an issue with, some celebrity ish. I ain't getting involved with that. I ain't getting involved with that. I ain't getting involved with it. Miles, what's goody like the mob, huh? Don't kiss everybody, but allergic to. Miles, talk about it. I don't just kiss everybody, but I'm allergic to God. Now I ain't gonna lie, and I'm gonna get up off this because it's the morning show. I would rather not, you know what I'm saying, have to, but you gotta protect yourself because you don't know what's going on, huh? You don't know who they been with, and who that person been with that been with them. So you gotta, you know what I'm saying, you gotta use some indiscretion and you got to use your this head. You got to use your brains. You know what I'm talking about? Anyway, moving on with the good move on. But in the meantime, between time, excuse me. Hold on. Hold on. Change is coming. I'm gonna do I'm gonna do the this Bama here segment early to get this Bama out the way because I don't know what's wrong with y'all and these face tattoos and all this other stuff. At one point, face tattoos were only for gangbangers, only for hardcore bikers and bike gangs and goth and heavy metal folks or whatever. It has become a fabric, part of the fabric of popular culture for a lot of people, right? But this Bama here takes the goddamn cake. I did, Miles. I did see that interview, and I wanted to put clips up here, but I think it might get flagged or whatever. It might get flagged or whatever. Listen, y'all check this out.
This Bama here.
That Bama there look like Pooh Nasty. Not Pooh Shiesty, Pooh Nasty. What the figgity is going on? What the figgity? Hey, Reek, what's wrong with this Bama? What's wrong with the man? Listen, he got the fake Pooh Shiesty little mask joint with the LV and got the nerve to get tattooed the glasses and the Bama hairline looking like Mac tonight. That joint way back here. Way back here. All that LV on his face and can't even get a dust bag free. Damn it, Jim. What the figgity is wrong with him? Y'all come on over to the good YouTube. Why don't you, huh? Listen, I don't got the answers for a minute. I ain't got the answers either. You can't handle the truth. The truth is that Bama right there. Some people always say, Phil, why you saying Bama? Because that's the terminology we use in from DC in the DC area. You know what I'm talking about? To describe off brands, Bama as punks, cowards, busters, marks, curbs, you name it. Bama. I'm gonna play that whole thing again. I just got to. Lady Costanita, that's the type of man you want, Lady Costanita. Lady Costanita, I know you was living La Vida Loca, but Lord, you like a rough and tough and gruff, huh? You like you a little poo nasty, huh? Y'all watch this one more time. Huh?
This Bama here.
Hurrah. I just realized after replaying this joint that the Bama got a long dread. I don't know if it's a twist or just one dread in the back, but it looked like he got the Mac Tonight headline. Then it looked like he got a low little, you know what I'm saying, a little pat down bush, and then in the back he got a long damn repelling cable of a dread in the back of his head. Lord, he gave up in life, obviously. Zolan, what's up with it, Z? Good morning to ye. Good morning, gang. Look, Lady Cosinita said, hell nah, damn it. Lady Cosinita probably calling me all kinds of Bamas. What you mean by that, Bama? Listen. Hey, I'm just saying. The Bama got the one of them joints, remember in school, for y'all that remember, because I don't know if they do that anymore, part of PE class, they used to have you climb the rope, hit the bell, and then come back down or whatever, part as far as your physical training or what physical activities. That's what that damn dread looked like on the back of his head. And it looked like somebody was hanging on it too long and pulled his damn hairline back here. Then he tried to get it tattooed up there to bring the hairline back. It's not working. It's not working. You said that's fine. Hey, Daz, you get that, I'm fine your ass up for life. You hear me? We been chilling. We been good money. You know what I'm talking about? But if you was there ever, boy, I would never let you live that down. You hear me? Double A in the building. What's goody? MCNY music. Phil, what in the hell was that hand motion? Hey, listen. He had an interview talk about that chat, man. And the tattoo artist is actually a good tattoo artist, though. Miles said, "At what point, as the tattoo artist, do you say no? Listen, you in the customer service business. What the customer want, you give it to them. Pause. No diddy. You hear me? At this point, you give them what they want, Tony Blunt. Yeah, I'm talking about. If you're from DC area, you know what I mean by that. You got to be from the area to know what that is. Hold on, let me see what I want to. Boom. I do want to pull this up while I'm talking though. But yeah, I'm like, what the hell is going on? What the higgity? That man was there. I think some of y'all secretly like that tattoo work though. I think some of y'all like, man, if I had enough courage, I'd do that too. If I if I was a little bit younger, I'd do that too. Ass knuckles. I'm like, y'all are bugged out. Let me pull this down. Do 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 do. Uh, boom. Okay, move this right there. Type what I need to Tiznite. Yeah, but it's misspelled, but it ain't gonna matter. But yeah. This that Bama right there deserves. Look, my little thing coming all up, and you know what I'm talking about. I got to make sure I'm right and exact. I'm up here talking about that Bama. I need to make sure this Bama is right, huh? COE about to clip that shit, have it on loop. Shout out to that. Happy you back on egg. Feel good energy. Appreciate that, Miles. Back like I never left. Fresh and fly as ever. Taking every step, one in front of the other. While them Bammers is left in the dust. Where the hate is, where they crept. I know that was some stupid bars, but okay, anyway. Excuse me. But yeah, I don't know what possessed Bama. He woke up one morning and was like, "Yay, Slim! I like them damn shades, Slim. I like them LV. I like the frame of them LV Jones, Slim. I'm about to hit the tattoo shop and get me that on my face, huh? I would go buy 'em, but you know what I'm saying. My money funny this week, so shoot, I can get them. I can get them for the discount. I get them for the low ski by going to the tattoo shop, getting them on the what you call it. They're gonna love me. I'm gonna be in a club like this. Give me a bottle of give me a bottle of Smirnoff. Give me some cut water. They gonna be on me. The girls gonna be sweating me, Slim. Somebody should have smacked. Once he got back to the hood or wherever he lived, they should have smacked the shiggity out that Bama. You did what? Let me see. Let me see that tattoo. Let me see that work. Like, what the hell is wrong with you? And just imagine, he's gray up there too. So I don't know how old or how young the Bama is. However, ain't no getting that off your face. He probably in the streets, you know what I'm saying, doing whatever, because how the hell you gonna get a job anywhere? He gonna be up at McDonald's. Welcome to McDonald's with the welcome to McDonald's. How may I help you? And people gonna be concentrating on this damn grill and not their menu. They gonna be like, can I get a tattoo removal service? Oh, I mean a Big Mac meal. Listen, Leroy Reed Line, what's goody like the bar? Whoa, big GMG, we in the building. Imagine somebody slapping them till they knock the glasses off. Now that would be newsworthy. Now that would be something that would need to go viral. You hear me? He too old to be getting smacked. He too old to be getting that damn tattoo, Miles. He too old to be getting that damn tattoo. Woo, what the hell? Tattooing frames on your face might be the most ridiculous face tat I've ever seen. Face tats have jumped the shark, man. Listen. Like I said, at one time, face tats were associated with gangs, biker groups and gangs, heavy metal golf individuals, or whatever the case may be. Now people have taken it on like it's couture, like it's a part of the culture or whatever. But what culture is it a part of, huh? What culture is it a part? Especially when you get Bammers that do all that, or whatever the case may be. That's team too much. Y'all know that Bama. Y'all need to tell him about himself. Anybody watching this or comes across this video, you need to tell that Bama, poof, be gone. You hear me? Go about your business. Cause that there is yeah. I hope LV sues him for trademark and copyright infringement. Now that would be funny. Cause how do you know he gonna lose? How does he pay that off? How does he get it removed? Who pays for it to be removed? What will he have to go through to get it removed? Will his face ever be the same again after it gets removed? These are the questions that inquiring minds would love to know. Listen, I thought it was jail culture. Well, jail culture from gangs, jail, the whole nine. That's a fact, Miles. Lord have mercy. I'm gonna move on though. I'm gonna move on, but no, you know what? You know what? You know what? You can call me a selector. You can call me you can call this a dub because I got the rewind selector one time. Oh, that name, that dude, Crack Tonight, aka Pooh Nasty. And I know I'm gonna have to edit the music out of that video because I know that's gonna demonetize my situation for this show. But it's worth it. It's worth because this Bama here, boy. He got a tattoo beard, tattoo hairline, forehead. He got a forehead shield right here of LV as part of his Pooh Nasty or whatever the case may be. Dude is mentally institutionalized. He is off his rocker. I don't know what he was thinking. I don't know what's on his mind, but y'all ladies, tell me y'all like that though, ladies. Y'all like that, huh? Zion, you still in here? Lady Costanita, you still in here? Who else? Y'all, that's what y'all liking out here, ain't it, huh? Ooh, I love me a roughneck. I love me a little thug. I love me a dude from the street that got a little edge to him. Y'all know how y'all do. Y'all don't want no straight laced dude. Y'all want y'all a little a high boy. You got that Bama right there. That's what you got. Charlie Hustle, what's good? He like the mob. I hope he's a tattoo artist himself. Hell no, he ain't no that. That nigga's I don't know what to call him, but it's a bunch of old heads with the whole head tatted on. You can't. That's a fact. That's a fact, Miles. You right about that. He should have tatted hairline. He did. If you look at it, if you go back to the video after this is over, he did. He got a tattooed hairline up that joint. Yeah, throw the whole face away. He looks like he dips his cigarettes in nail polish remover. Peep scheme, wagwan brethren. Yes, indeed, the good GMG. We in the building. Listen, he better be a rapper or something. That nigga wrapping up packs. That's what he doing, trying to send him across the wherever. Yeah, because he can't have no regular job. And he don't look like he a good rapper to get that on his face. He would be the laughing stock. He like them. He's the black or Latino, whatever he is, equivalence of the Island Boys. That's what he look like. That's what that Bama look like. That nigga. Oh shit! I'm moving on, y'all. I'm moving on. Now, this video of Usher speaking about Diddy. I want y'all to watch this. I want y'all to watch this, and I want y'all to give me your input on the question I'm gonna pose after you watch this video or whatever. But Usher, you said, "Nah, that's Island Grandpa." Damn it, Jim. Hold on, did I? Why I didn't put? Okay. Anywho, y'all watch this video with Usher. It definitely raised some eyebrows for me, but you know, hey man, this industry, boy, that's all I'm gonna say.
I mean, this might be a bit controversial, but in the same way, I think many people choose to look past the reality of what our country is, the standards that we now stand on. We can't ignore the reality of the history, but in many ways, I think certain people are prosecuted and maybe not recognized for the greatness, that they offer. I don't have anything negative to say about Sean Combs because my experience was not what the world has seen and how he's been, misrepresented. I'm not saying that every man is perfect. I'm not saying that all of us don't have flaws, but I can't, with any sense of humanity, not recognize the valuable contributions that this man made for us as Black entrepreneurs, for us as businessmen, for us as people who transition, culture and ideas into something that's tangible and becomes business. So many people benefited from what he created. And I acknowledge that. And that's why I see him, his legacy.
Yeah. You told Shannon Sharp you learned a lot about business during that era.
Absolutely.
What'd you learn?
Puff was a mentor, but he was like you have that really, really hard teacher, but you're watching something in real time. I think that the idea of the level of discipline that came with that time in business, especially in an era that was trying to prove itself culturally in hip hop. Now, you can't turn on the television and not see the influence of hip hop.
That's right.
But the people who actually made that appropriate and are the forefathers are people like Sean Combs. And not just in the great times that they had musically, but in the idea of being able to find ways to monetize culture, and create something that was not just black or white. It was colorless. It was green. That's who I see that man as.
Yeah, I had to take a moment of silence to digest what the hell I just heard. Now, this is the question I pose to you all, right? He's right to a certain degree, but do we give grace, forgiveness, understanding, forget about whatever the transgression is that somebody did because they've done a lot of good or have made strides in culture, in our culture, whether it be for our people or just culture in general? Do we look past s- certain transgressions? I'm not going to say all because some things are minute or whatever. Do we look past those things and give that man or that woman a pass? Because I've heard this argument with R. Kelly. I'm hearing this argument about Diddy. I've heard these arguments about various others. Do we give them a pass? And is the pass we're giving selective? Because a lot of people don't want to give Bill Cosby a pass, but they want to give Diddy a pass. They want to give R. Kelly a pass because of the amount of music R. Kelly made and the legendary tracks that he has, because of the the impact in culture that Puffy has made, the groups that he has brought out, produced, etc. Certain strides that he made. Do we wash those away, or do we recognize them, acknowledge them, but also acknowledge and carry in our frontal minds whatever the transgressions that that person is making? That's the question I'm posing to you all. Let me see. Charlie also said he's right. Double A said he's right. Double M. I mean, he's right, but you just can't overlook the other stuff. I feel the same way about that shit right there. That's a good. That's a good case in point. African Bambaataa started the Zulu Nation, changed up gang culture at the time in New York City. Also, did a lot for hip hop. That's why he's considered one of the forefathers of hip hop. But all the allegations and things, some to which he's allegedly admitted to in certain forums or whatever the case may be, does that detract from all the positive things he's done? Does that wipe away any contributions to hip hop or anything else that he's done? I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I think it's commendable from someone who benefited from Puff and was next to him to speak highly of him and not jump on the hate train, tearing him down like others who we wouldn't know without Puff. Question though, Miles, that's a good point. But where was he? Where was he when all the allegations were being laid out? Where was Usher when all the things were being said? Where was Usher when he needed witnesses, character witnesses, people to stand up for him in the public forum and in the court? Where was Usher then? Why didn't Usher say these things then? Why he waited to after a verdict to say anything? Things that make you go, is it because Puffy coming home soon? And people might be feeling like I need to show that we good. Because Usher, along with a lot of other people, and y'all can correct me if I'm wrong, were very, very quiet through all the allegations. And what Usher said was true. We all got flaws, we got faults, we got things about us, right? We're human. But at the end of the day, are certain things unforgivable? Are certain things cancelable? Are certain things to be looked past? Is it because of the color of the skin that we look past it? Is it because we feel as though some other race might not have gotten the same treatment, even though there's proof in cases on the books of other famous people of other races being prosecuted and found guilty of certain things? Things to think about, you know? I think there's enough room to acknowledge both sides, but you have to acknowledge both. You can't forget the bad. Some people were genuinely victimized. That's a good point. That's a great point right there. One thing has nothing to do with the other. We can point out his accomplishments and achievements while pointing out his transgressions and wrongdoing. You, Charlie Hustle, you kind of saying the same thing MCNY said, Double A said. So I get it. But I will ask you this, Double A, MCNY, Charlie Hustle. I will ask both of you the same question. Which one outweighs the other? Which one outweighs the other? Which one outweighs the other, huh? 10 toes solid. Good morning, GMG. Glad you're in the building. Which one outweighs the other? Miles said everybody got skeletons in their closet in the industry. Gotta know they can make a doc on all our greats. They build us up to tear us down. But no, do they build us up to tear us down, or do we do shit to tear ourselves down? Aha! They can't tear us down if we don't give them nothing to tear down. They can't prosecute us if we don't give them nothing to prosecute. We can't get castrated in verbally castrated or outed or ousted it with if we didn't give them nothing to do it. That lies on us, not the other people, not the industry, so to speak. But the industry is full of a lot of fake ass individuals. I will say that. There's some genuine solid people in the industry, but there's a whole lot of fake and fraudulent individuals, boy. The smizing, smiling, hey, not effing with you individuals, the individuals that's caught up in all kinds of effery and bullshiggery, individuals that should not be celebrated, some people that are very bad people indeed, and some people that are, I'm just saying, the industry is something else, Jack. You know, people have to protect the bag in the moment. Mm. Dad said because Usher was baby oil down in the room. Hold on, before I go forward, let me put my allegedly banners up. And this applies to anything that was said prior to, now, and to the end of the show. You feel me? And it also shows a way that if you want to support the show, that you can show some love and support to your boy Big Phil Speaks and the Big Phil Speaks channel and the Good Morning Gang Morning Show. I had to put that up because some of y'all are a mite ratchet with your comments. Neither has to outweigh the other. Good point. Good point. Do you think though that people will lose sight of one because of the other? That's another question, Double A. Y'all think Puff use a baby? Shut your ass up, Dez. Sophia Lee in the place to be. GMG, huh? We in here. I believe the majority of them artists and CEOs some freaky drug addicts. So I choose to lean more towards his accomplishment. R. Kelly is a different story though. Mm. But, pause, no daddy. But there's been allegations a long time with this man. A long time with this man. Could he have helped create monsters? Could he have helped create freak leaks? Could he have helped traumatize individuals as much as, or maybe even more so than the artists that he has created and put out there in the industry? Another question, and I'm not saying it from a biased standpoint. I got my feelings about it all, but I'm not saying it from a biased standpoint. I'm actually saying it from a place of journalism. So that's the other question. As crazy as it sounds, it's a social norm of people in power to do things the masses can't understand, but these things be learned behavior. Thinking if he can get away with it, I can too. That's a good point, Miles. Okay, Miles, come through, Miles. Pause, no Diddy. Hey, feel something to make you, GMG is on. My baby see it, asked me, who is that? After I said your name, everybody, hi, Mr. Phil. Tell the little children, tell the wee peoples, I said, what's up, what's up, little weepers? Hey, hey. Yeah. Shout out to all the good little children. Forgive me with my language. Forgive me, pardon my English. I'm still learning the language. So you might hear some things or whatever. But thank y'all for listening and Music for God too, allowing them to listen. Music for God too. You might not want to let them listen to everything I'm saying. I think the court of public opinion will decide. Time will tell. That part. I really honestly think that a lot of people have short memory. Have short memory. They'll get upset today and forgive you tomorrow. Especially if he comes back out and brings the artist out and the artist got some banging music. I could almost guarantee everybody gonna be like, oh, Puffy, Puffy. They gonna be, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. It's tough, very tough when there's children are involved. Monsters create monsters. That's a great point. Monsters create monsters. Uh, think about it. There's a lot of people that have been traumatized or dealt with things, coerced into things, manipulated into things, brainwashed into things that become the individuals that did all those things, or whatever the case may be, and sometimes worse. There are some that don't, but then there's numbers of people that actually do, and sometimes become even greater monsters than their abuser or their attacker or whatever the case may be. I still listen to Off the Wall, even though those allegations are out there. But you know what though? Those allegations have never been proven though, double A. And what's his name? Aaron Carter spoke out recently, I think within the last few months or something, to say that those allegations was garbage, that they came to his parents and him and tried to pay money and persuade him allegedly to say bad things about Michael Jackson. And then I saw some footage of Michael Jackson speaking out about the industry and about people in the industry, the Eppies, the Epstein, Weinstein type peoples, before his demise or whatever the case may be. It's a lot. There's a lot more to that. I don't know. Michael Jackson's situation is to me, it's a great mystery. It's a great mystery as to what it is, what it ain't, what it was, et cetera, et cetera. There were allegations. Aaron Carter died. I didn't know that. When did he pass? Miles said they killed Aaron Carter after he spoke out. What? What? There's gonna somebody think Puff and R. Kelly had a freak off together. Lord have mercy. Saying though, it all depends what you other the public at large decides to believe. That's true too. Marlon Elder, good morning, salute. But yeah, I think the Michael Jackson situation will be one of the greatest mysteries around or whatever, right? There's a lot of people say, nah, that's not him. There's some people that want to say, yeah, that's him. There's a lot of allegations. There's a lot of things that are at play or were at play, catalogs of valuable music from different artists. Uh, him operating in such a manner to whereas international people poured money onto him. Um, Maybe he was too big for his britches to certain individuals. Some of the accusations and the people that I'll say this, some of the people that were child actors or young people that were around him for extended periods, like Emmanuel Lewis. Y'all, some of y'all might remember the show Webster. Different individuals flat out denied any wrongdoing on his part or whatever, and they've been around him and all these things or whatever, right? But there's that gray curtain up. It's that gray curtain up of uncertainty, and we will truly never know. We will truly never know because now he's dead and gone. And unless some people would actively come out and show proof and all these things, we'll never know in that situation. Peepskin, you bugged out. Yo, who AB? Is that you, AB Butler? Is that you? Salute. I was in labor watching that unfold about Michael Jackson, June 25th. I had my son. I know that's right. Michael Jack was a living Peter Pan, a child in a grown up body, never had a childhood sleepover with children. It's crazy. Yeah. Yeah. I don't give a damn what infinity I got for. I love the kids, but I ain't having no damn sleepovers for no kids. That's not my kids. And if my kids got their friends coming over, they gonna be in like a living room or something. They gonna be in a big ass room, where everybody, slumbering or whatever the case may be, watching over them. But ain't no kids sleeping in the room with me. I don't even want my kids to sleep in the room with me, the younger ones. You know what I'm talking about? I don't even want that. So, but. What's crazy? That lady got 19 million from Bill Cosby from 1972. He was giving up pudding pops. Damn it, Jim. Lord have mercy. Man. I'll say this, right? I'll say this. Bill Cosby case to me is a prime case to make him the poster child for what not to do when it comes to partying and chilling with people of the other sex. One, don't supply nobody with no extracurriculars, no D-rugs. Don't seek to get them overly intoxicated, one. And if they happen to be higher than high or drunker than drunk, don't engage. You know what I'm saying? You let your clearer mind prevail because in this day and age, you don't know what that could turn into. You don't know what that could turn into. There's a lot of people think he's innocent of graping or whatever the case may be. Dirty old man, yeah. Partier, yeah. But graping, no, right? A lot of people. But then there's some that think he's guilty or whatever the case may be. We in some rough times. ATX Brader, good morning, good morning. Come join me on the good YouTube channel, pent right there, huh? I'm not Miles, I'm not dropping my kids off to a pop star regardless of how much money and fame he got. That's true, and that's part of the problem with the girls in the R. Kelly situation. Like the parents just dropping them off or whatever the case may be, and just leaving them to the wolves, so to speak. You would think that either by way of management and or the parents who a lot of times are dadagers or momagers would stay there to oversee everything. And if they don't, something got to be wrong with them too. Started that Me Too movement, yeah. I was thinking about how the majority of the major stars from my generation have been caught up in major scandal And how if you add the ep list, it damn near everybody who's somebody. Charlie Hustle, aha, aha. It's how can I put it right without going too deep? Depending on what your spiritual beliefs are, you understand whom the Prince of Darkness really was and what his role was allegedly in heaven, whatever the case may be. And you take that and you correlate that with the entertainment industry, music, acting, all the things. What can definitely be a great thing with the right responsible people at the helm of it can also be one of the worst wickedest things around with the wrong people controlling it. And y'all see it. Just like with the media and what they're trying to do with the news and consolidation of media, firing certain journalists, etc., because of Frumpy Frump and all this Project 25, 30, 95, 4,000 that they trying to implement. It can be a very sinister, wicked, and dangerous place. Especially if you ain't strong here. Especially if you're easy coerced. Especially if you're easily manipulated. Especially if you care more about the opportunity than your own morality. I'm just saying. I got a few videos to talk about with this ICE situation or whatever the case may be, right? There's some people that are mad about this ICE situation. There's a lot of people saying that they at the airport is doing Nathan. But then there's footage of them detaining and arresting a couple people. Jeannie Miles, good morning to ye. Frank Murphy, Uptown Compadre, DC Mumbo Sauce. Top of the top of the good morning. You hear me? GMG. That's a fact, Miles. That's a fact. They worship money. That's a fact.
ICE agents are now on the ground, sent in by the federal government to help ease congestion at Hartsfield-Jackson.
So I noticed that the lines are really long, and supposedly the ICE officers are here to help, but they're not doing anything.
Even as their presence grows, so does questions about how they'll assist TSA officers.
I just see them leaning back.
By Monday afternoon, ICE leadership had not released a detailed plan outlining their responsibilities. Channel 2 Action News found both ICE and TSA agents go through extensive but very different training. TSA agents complete a 2 to 3 month training process, including 80 hours of training and specialized screening like X-ray and explosive detection. ICE agents must complete an 8-week course in immigration law and tactical training. Specialized agents undergo up to 27 weeks, focused on federal investigations and undercover operations.
To just throw them on the checkpoint like that, I think that is a recipe for disaster.
I think this resource is very critical.
Emory professor Ramnath Chalapa says ICE agents will likely handle non-screening roles.
I think the first place that perhaps ICE might be able to support TSA agents is simple checking of ID.
Border czar Tom Homan echoed that in an interview with CNN.
There are roles we can play to release TSA officers.
Meanwhile, TSA callouts continue to climb, Atlanta reporting more than 40% of its workforce out, now in its 6th week without pay. ICE agents are now on the ground, sent in by the federal government to help ease congestion at Hartsfield-Jackson.
So I noticed that the lines are really long.
I forgot to transition it out. Sorry about that. But before I speak to that, somebody that y'all know who's very vocal has something to say about the ICE and them at the airport and what they doing. Y'all pay attention.
And dear motherfucking ICE.
Mike 313, what up, though?
Motherfucking airport trying to hand me some water. Nigga, I don't want none of your motherfucking water.
I don't want none of your water.
You ain't here getting paid $100 and some thousand motherfucking dollars a year just to pass out water. Nigga, go run to the motherfucking store. You ain't here getting motherfucking paid $100 and some thousand dollars. TSA ain't getting motherfucking paid, and all you doing is passing out motherfucking water. Nigga, go fix the motherfucking AC. Trying to act like you motherfucking friendly, cause you ain't got no motherfucking mask on. Want none of your motherfucking water.
That part right there. That's what I'm speaking.
Go to motherfucking Iran and fight.
Huh? Send their ass.
So motherfucking tough. Passing out motherfucking water. Nigga, out with this motherfucking luggage. Hand me some motherfucking water.
D Blade from that good H-Town is in the building. Salute. Listen, hey, this is my thought with what's going on with ICE. Two things. They're being used, and the not paying of the TSA agents passing the bills, to me, is being used to control a bill passage that he wants, the Save America Act, that has a lot of bullshit and bullshiggery in it. One. Two, there was law mandated where they couldn't be in the airport with masks on, right? So with everything going on, all the allegations, the shootings, the deaths, the immoral actions, officers, etc., they're trying to humanize, in the eyes of people, right now at least, these ICE agents. Most of them are trying to be cool and nice and because they got to show their face and all that. Like Plies said, I don't want your water. I don't want nothing from you. And they're sitting there in a lot of instances, standing behind the actual workers. They're standing behind the actual workers, doing nothing behind the individuals that are not being paid, but these Bammers are making over $100,000. Make that make sense. Standing behind the TSA workers at these checkpoints a lot of times, doing nothing while the TSA workers are working like slaves and not being paid. Make that make sense. Angie, hey, Angie Lamo. Hey, good morning to ye. Don't want your water. Don't want your water. I can guarantee you their not only their presence, but their utilization is going to become a lot more stronger, a lot stronger in the upcoming days, maybe upcoming weeks. But I'm with Plies. You that tough Mr. Iceman, gone over there to Iran, gone over there and fight this bam ass war. Go do that. Don't go send our young boys. Don't go send our innocent boys over there to fight a war that ain't for us or about us. Go take them gun-ho, trigger-happy, bigoted, in a lot of cases, ass individuals on over them waters. Huh? And fight the powers that be. Huh? Let's see what I meant. There's silly ICE there to arrest TSA workers. But then there's footage of them arresting people too, right? So it's that's a fact. This is in Chapter 5 of Project 2025. They want to collapse the TSI so they could TSA so they could privatize it. That's a fact of mundo. Des, huh? I bet a lot of people wish they would have voted for Kamala Harris now. I bet you do. Even some of them, let's make America great again. I bet you your belly is kicking you into your back because the food is expensive. I bet you your car want to run you over proverbially because the gas too damn high. I guess I could almost guarantee the sick want to because healthcare be, man, listen. This next video shows how they are discreetly, in this situation, deporting somebody through an airline, through Delta. And I want y'all to watch the video. And my question to you all are, should we boycott the airlines that allow them to deport people through there? ICE, that is. And I ain't talking about criminals that need to go on and get up out of here. I'm talking about, y'all watch this story, man.
Recognize the jacket? Heading for gate F-13, the Delta flight to San Antonio, in his black and white checked coat. That's Liam Conejo Ramos and his dad. There's no sound with this footage, but you will see three people with Liam and his dad, three people who seem to be taking them through the airport. To be clear, we don't know whether they're federal agents or contractors or something else, but there they are with Liam and his father. They're checking in before the flight. They're waiting in the terminal with all the other travelers. At one point in the background, you can see Liam laying his blanket down on the floor. I think it's so he can lie down on the blanket. Sometimes he gets up to look out the window with his dad. Liam's like any other kid at the airport, except for where he's going, except for the fact that U.S. President Donald Trump is sending him to prison at age 5. Finally, Liam and his dad and these minders line up with the other passengers and they head off for their flight. A boy, his dad, his Spider-Man backpack, a nonstop Delta Airlines flight from Minneapolis to San Antonio on the way to family immigration prison. Nick Benson went through that footage. He shared it with an excellent aviation journalist named Gillian Burkell, who broke this story last week. Gillian Burkell has tracked apparent ICE flights all around the world to places like Eswatini in Ireland, Eswatini in Africa, and Ireland and Egypt. She told us this was the first time she had seen this other part of what they call ICE Air. Not the flights on charter aircraft or contract aircraft that load up people in shackles, right? But this other part that is happening quietly around all the rest of us unsuspecting passengers on passenger airlines, in regular airports, flying prisoners to Trump prison camps to be held without trial, including little kids. We contacted Delta Airlines for comment. They told us what they told Gillian Burkell, that government air travel is often booked via third parties like travel agencies. They said airlines may not have advance notice or detail as to who may be flying and for what reason. Delta also, and we should have seen this coming, they pointed us back to that happy ABC News report about Liam and his dad being flown home from Dili on a Delta flight. That's the one where the pilots were so nice and they gave Liam his little wings. Delta was very happy to promote its involvement in Liam's homecoming, but not so much their involvement with sending him to prison.
Shout out to Rachel Maddow, to which that footage comes from. Peasy was good. Should we boycott, avoid putting dollars in the pockets of these airlines that allow these flights? That little boy is 5 years old, whatever. That little boy ain't a criminal. That little boy ain't stole nothing, robbed nobody, killed nobody, raped nobody, assaulted nobody, did nothing to nobody. How could you, I'm gonna bit my damn tongue. How could you, as a human being with your heart beating, blood pumping through your body, with a conscience, able-minded, stable-minded, possibly apparent, or in actuality apparent, no matter if you're the darkest of a black person or the whitest of a white person, how could you, as a person with a conscience, be cool with that, be okay with that? I get it. Criminals, get them up out of here. Hardened felons, get them up. I get that. But other individuals who either just trying to make a living, make a better life, a lot of whom that have gone the legal process or going through the legal process or trying to get it right. It's even more polarizing to see little kids being snatched and taken to these jails or whatever. And this story is about things happening at some of these concentration camps / jails. That's a lot. That's a lot to take in. For me as a father, I don't know about you, male or female. Creole Cupcake, good morning to ye. It might be smart to invest in some rental car stock. Budget enterprise hurts. Man, listen. Peep Skeeve says, stop taking flights, just drive. Man, listen. America's supposed to be the greatest country ever, right? At one time, it was touted as the melting pot. If some of y'all of a certain age remember the old cartoons and shit that came out back when we was younger, and they glorified United States, namely New York, as the melting pot for people coming abroad, coming into America to seek a better life. Oh, how things have changed. Oh, how times have changed. Oh, how our morality has changed. I'm just saying. Do we continue to support the businesses, not just the airlines, but businesses that support this bullshit? Knowing that most businesses have benefited in the labor and working force of a lot of undocumented or illegal aliens or things, including our president, Frumpy Frump. That's the biggest hypocrisy and contradiction of it all. Our president has benefited from undocumented workers and illegal immigrants. Allegedly. Allegedly. Then you hear stories of not only illegal immigrants, etc., kids of illegal immigrants, etc., being detained and deported and things of that nature. You hear stories about American citizens, not only of Latino or Middle Eastern descent, but African American, etc. I still ain't heard nothing about no white folks being detained and sent up out of here that might come from Yugoslavia, Russia, the Caucasian side of South Africa. Oh no, they being brought in, huh? They being allowed in. Skip the process of citizenship. Skip the process to get your visas. Bring them on in here. But it's gotten so bad in between ICE and the directives. They're raiding cruise ships too. They're raiding cruise ships. And they're raiding cruise ships and not only dealing with illegal immigrants, but these Bammers are doing... Y'all watch this video, please.
The last day of a 9-day Carnival cruise with friends and family.
We were both dead asleep.
When they say ICE agents stormed into their room.
Then we got this pounding at the door. Yeah, burst open. 3 men came in with flashlights in their faces, yelling commands, ordering me out of bed, and put me against the wall and handcuffed me.
They had called a female agent because they realized I wasn't dressed. And so she came in the room and she saw me filming and she jumped on top of me to try and get my phone. And I pushed her off once, and she jumped again and snatched it from my hand.
Martinez, who's a U.S. citizen and Coast Guard veteran, was taken from his wife and put in a holding cell in an unknown location off the boat.
I mean, thankfully it was early, so I don't think a ton of people saw me, but, you know, it was just...
It was still
yeah.
humiliating. I mean, he doesn't have a criminal record. He's never been arrested. He's never had handcuffs on.
Little was shared until finally.
This was all based off of just my first and last name. They said that they thought this was someone who had warrants for drug trafficking.
After almost 2 hours,
They took my fingerprints to help verify my identity, took my photo.
it was realized they had the wrong guy and brought Martinez back to the boat.
No apology, no, we're so sorry for the mistaken identity, no, you know. At one point, I remember hearing one of the agents saying that they didn't feel good about the way everything happened, and that they kind of knew beforehand that this was going to be a name mismatch, kind of mistaken identity, but they still proceeded to follow through. Yeah.
Now as they reflect,
I didn't necessarily think I wouldn't see him again, but it was just, I didn't know what he was going through.
they're overcome with emotion.
This is happening to people every day. But it's unfair that it's happening in this country at all. So.
Yeah, this is not the USA of 10 years ago, you know. It's a different country.
Yeah. Not the country I serve for.
And anger over why this happened in the first place.
He has TSA pre-check. He's had an FBI background check because he has his concealed carry. He's a military veteran. They had his passport. They could have figured all this out without ever even speaking to us.
They could have vetted my information and used that rather than this, you know, raiding our room the way they did.
Carnival Cruise.
I would sue Carnival Cruise for allowing them to be on board to do that dumb shit. I would sue the government too, you know, even if it don't pan out to nothing, but Carnival ass would be paying. It's a lot of reckless things going on. It's like you put people in a position to do a job, one that they're not equipped for, not trained for, and thirdly, most importantly, aren't morally sound for to do these type of things. Just imagine if that was you, your mama, your daddy, you and your wife, you and your girlfriend, your daughters or sons and their significant other. And because he has a Hispanic or Latino name, that gives probable cause to kick in the door waving the 4-4. That's effed up. That's effed up. That black woman told us everything she said they would do, they're doing. That's a fact. They don't even announce who they are. They just pounce on people like the ice animals they are. I don't know how they can sleep at night. I don't know how they could sleep at night. I'm glad that they're being made to take them damn poo shiesties off, the masks off in them airports. And I hope every one of them get their picture plastered all over social media and everywhere else. I hope that their neighbors shun them. I hope that their local establishments refuse to serve their ass when they go back home. I hope that they get ousted like they are lepers, treated like lepers in their own communities. I hope that. Because how could you get up and perform a lot of these duties and in the way in which you're doing them and be proud of yourself? I'd be so scared when my kids go outside. Man, listen, it's really racial profiling and seeing people say that been doing blacks like this forever don't make it right. That's a fact. That's a fact, Miles. That's a fact. A lot of them are ex-military. And that's the crazy part. Some of them, I signed up to fight for my country and the freedoms of this country and da 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 da. But isn't America supposed to be the land of the free, home of the brave? Again, was not America touted to be the melting pot? Welcoming immigrants in, welcoming people from other nations and cultures in? And just like law enforcement activities on a domestic level, is there a great divide as to whom ICE is going after, racially wise, culturally wise? Is a blind eye being turned from certain race or cultures? Is it? I'm just saying, when do the I'm just doing my job go out the window? That part. That part. When does your humanity kick in? When does your morality kick in? When does your spirituality come in and or your religiousness kick in? When do you stop blindly following the blind or the immoral or the unjust or the unjust or the wicked? When? Unless you just as bad as they are. I'm glad to see in certain instances, local police forces through certain officers have stood up against ICE and some of their illegal practices and endeavors. I wish to see that more often. I'd wish to see certain ICE officers say, hold up, wait a minute, wait the hell a minute. Mm-mm. We're not doing that. Yeah, we can go after the cartel. Yeah, we can go after these certain, whatever the case may be, that have done certain things or whatever the case may be. But little Liam ain't do nothing. A lot of individuals ain't do nothing. And again, it ain't just the people that illegally came to the United States that are getting deported. It's people that have come here and have started the process or been in the process of becoming a citizen legally, that are being punished, deported, sent to these concentration camps / jails, etc. So all the argument about, yeah, get the illegals out of here, get the people that are committing these crimes and doing all these horrible acts out of here. What about the good working folks? What about the good people that never committed a crime? What about the good people that just came here for a better life for them and or their family? What about those people? What if those people were your mama, your father, your grandmother, your grandfather, your auntie and your uncle, or your son and your daughter? How would you feel about that? This whole situation is like a time to kill moment. Remember the movie A Time to Kill? When the lawyer said, close your eyes, and he broke down the whole case. And he told them to forget about the fact that that girl, the victim, was a black girl. And imagine that being your daughter. What would you want done? That's what we as Americans need to do. It don't matter if you're black, white, Hispanic, Latino, Asian, Polynesian, any other ethnic group. The humanity of it should make you want to think about it, close your eyes, and imagine if that was your child or your parent or your loved one. How would you want them treated? How would you want them dealt with? How would you want them handled? I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I don't see him doing that neither, Miles. Young Dre said he need to start with his wife. Aha! Him with his wife, the vice president with his wife. Aha! The hypocrisy be right in our face, right here. Right here. I think it's creating enemies on American soil, and that's not safe. That's a fact. That's a fact. It's a lot. It's a lot. And I know some of y'all be like, man, I don't want to hear about none of this, but it whether you believe it or not, it affects us all. It affects us all. Whether it affects you today or affects you tomorrow, whether it affected you last week or affects you next year. What's happening will come to your doorstep, proverbially, whether it is actually your doorstep or your neighborhood, your neighbor or your family or a good friend. It's going to come to your doorstep. Don't care then, care now. Don't care then, care now. Care before it happens to you and yours. I'm just saying. I'm going to get up off of that. Right? This topic, where's she at? There you brings in the question of are you worthy? Ladies, fellas, you think you got it going on and you think you got certain things about you or you possess certain things, but does that make you a good man or a good woman? Does that make you a worthy man or a worthy woman for anybody's respect, for anybody's love, for relationship, for opportunity, all of the things? Oh yeah, gas is getting high as shit in DC, Miles. Yeah, it is. Hold on, let me see something. If I can find it. Hold up. Hold up. When we roll up, mess around with these Bammers, make them fold up. Hold on, I'm trying to. Oops. Hold on 1 second, y'all. Anyway, I'll play this video. Y'all check this out and let me know what y'all thoughts on this. I think our priorities are jacked up on what's important when it comes to relationship, courting, dating, opportunities, business opportunities. That our morality is just off. Off, I tell you. Off, I say. Y'all check this out.
And I'm gonna be honest, y'all are getting too old to think that the looks are the flex. Like, just because your body snatched or your pockets fat, that does not mean you are somebody to look up to. Like, what are you actually modeling? Are you purpose driven? Like, on a day-to-day basis, are you contributing positive things into your atmosphere? Like, are you a person for your kids to look up to? For them to learn from, for them to grow with? Are you breaking generational cycles? Like, how are you letting God use you? Like, who are you on the inside? Not the bags, not the clothes, not the shoes, not the status. Like, what does your name actually carry when it's mentioned? Like, when all that's gone, what's your legacy that you leaving behind? Y'all morals and principles don't be aligned. And that's why life gives you what it gives you.
What? She said a mouthful, didn't she? Shout out to her. Her Instagram is Big Kayla INC on IG. Big Kayla ING. BIGKAYLAINC. Shout out to that young lady. Are you worthy? Are you worthy? A lot of individuals, a lot of Bammers, and when I say Bammers, I mean men and women, so-called, get on these internet streets Either they trying to act tough or act like they like that, or trying to act like they are the shiznai because they done got this or that done, or naturally got bodies tea, or they got or got a bag, or they're getting a bag from somebody, and or they got street cred out the wazoo, and or they've made a name, in the industry in some capacity, but morally are unsound, morally wicked, morally lost. Morally lost. Mr. Rich, what's good? He like the mob. He's just sending me that video. Her video is on IG on her page. She smooth, look good, and talking some knowledge. Look at Miles. I'm about to go follow her right now. The point of the matter is, do you have substance? Are you worthy? Does your name speak to more than just your ass or your cash? Men or women? Pause. No diddy. Yeah, it's Big Kayla INC on IG, Mr. Rich. Man, hey Miles, so much of it is, bro. So much of it is. But what I like about her message, I hope that it will make people look in the mirror at themselves and dissect themselves and take accountability in and of themselves. Are you worthy? Do you have substance? Is everything surface and superficial? Do you offer anything but the way your physical looks or your pocket, what your pocket has? Do you offer anything? Are your morals intact? Are your principles intact? Are you grounded? How are you with your family and friends? Are you empathetic? Are you sympathetic? Or are you a tyrant? Are you a user? Are you an abuser? Are you a graper? Are you violent? Are you some trash? Are you a bad BI with a banging body, but ditzy on the mind, soulless in your heart and soul? Nothing to offer beyond something physical for the moment? Are you cock diesel, pause, got a mean bag, manyan, handsome or whatever case may be, but dumber than a bag of bricks? Wicked as whatever. What do we stand for? Who do we stand for? What do we stand on? Are you solid or are you standing solidly on some BS? Things that make you go, Are you solid or are you standing solidly on some BS? What would you like your life to mean when it's time for you to leave this world? What would you like to leave behind in your name, of your name, for your children, for their children, etc.? Do you solely want to be known as the girl that had the banging body or beautiful in face, but wasn't worth shiznaye? Fellas, would you want to be known as the handsome dude with a washboard stomach, muscles out the wazoo, but you were a evil person or some trash? Would you? Or would you want to be known as, man, that girl there? What y'all see on the surface is just the surface, is what's inside of her. She's a dope individual. That fella right there, he could be handsome as whatever. He could have these, I mean, he could be a 6-figure, 7-figure earner. That does not equate to the depths of which that man's morality goes, and how awesome he is and what he does behind the scenes and how he takes care of people and looks out for people, et cetera, et cetera. What would you like your legacy to mean? And are you worthy? Are you worthy of people's attention? Are you worthy of people's love and admiration? Are you worthy of being mentioned? And has your life and or are your actions speaking towards people speaking of you with respect and admiration? We live in a time where baddies are everything for some people. For some people, baddies of something for some people. But is that what is that what you want to leave this world as? She was a bad bee. She's a baddie. She was a baddie. Is that what you want the totality of your legacy to be? Fellas, you want to be known as an alpha male with no real morals and values, or fraudulent identity? D-Loke, what's good? It's all right. It's all right. You here. That's what matters. Says solid, solid as a rock. Youngins don't know about that record. That's a fact. I ain't spitting no pimping, Miles. I'm speaking some real deal, some real ish. I feel like as long as your intention is good and in the right direction, people going to think what they want and say what they want. It's tough to know our own legacy while we're living it. Ooh, tough to know our own legacy while we're living it. That's a good statement. I think if your discernment is intact and you've come to find out what your purpose is, then you can kind of navigate the waters to your legacy, I believe. No, I haven't, Rich. I will not take that on. Nope, nope, nope. Miles, you bugged out. No, but are you worthy, huh? If all you got to offer a man is your ass, your tatas, and a pretty face, if all you got to offer a woman is your handsome features and or a bag, and that's it, I'm just saying, if that's all you got to offer, no compassion, no empathy, no sympathy, no love, no loyalty, no respect of self, let alone respecting others, humanity, compassion, nurturing, protection, provision, security, safety, peace. If you don't offer none of those things, but all you got is body, yaddy, yaddy, or looks, and that's it, what does it all mean? Not a motherfucking thing. You hear me? Y'all are bugged out in them comments. Just so you know, just so you know. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, I hope that you're worthy. I hope that you have something going on about yourself. What's up, DJ? So lovely. Welcome to the building. He said, what you talking? Listen, I'm saying, if people, all they got is tatas and thighs, bosoms, breasts, and a pretty face, if that's all they have to offer, that ain't about nothing. If they, if the fellas is the handsomest dude on the earth, got the bangingest body or whatever the case may be, and a big bag, but got no soul, it ain't about nothing. It ain't about Nathan. And that's why a lot of people are in miserable relationships, miserable marriages, abusive situations where there's a lot of cheating and things going on. And I'm glad So Lovely made a comment too, because they said that people said they couldn't make comments from over in watching this show over on X. This show's right there that people can make comments right there on X. Yeah. Yes, indeed. What don't hurt though? Lovely, stop trolling. Stop trolling because you know good and well you ain't dealing with a man just because he handsome than a mug and got a bag. You know you're not gonna stop there. You gonna want a total package, or you gonna want what's inside that man. Pause. No daddy to dictate whether or not that person is worthy to be in your life. And on the flip side of that, of course, it's nice. We all get attracted to the beautiful things. Me, I love a beautiful woman. I love a beautiful woman. Pretty smile, pretty skin. Ooh, just the right amount of where she needed. You know what I'm talking about? But that ain't about nothing to me. That's the icing on the cake. Because if she ain't got nothing here, she can't hold a conversation. She can't make me laugh and smile. Got no ambition or morals about her, no relationship with God. She ain't treating her children right or people's right. Man, ain't no way in hell I'ma deem that person worthy for Nathan. To me. It's all good, Rich. It's all good. Pause. I thought you was talking about jump out there when you said what? Pause, Miles. I'm just saying. Phil, you have one already. You better chill. What do I have already, Dez? What you talking, Dez? What is it that I have already, Dez? Most people use their brain on a shallow level. Hey, Mike 313. A lot of people use their brain in the sand. In before you get to the shallow waters. They ain't even in the waters to be shallow yet. You feel me? They in the wet mud and wet sand at the shore. They ain't even get to the water. You feel me? I'm just saying. Check yourself before you wreck yourself, ladies and gentlemen. Check yourself before you wreck yourself. Esteem to be somebody worthy. Not for everybody, but for that and those in which God is meant to be in your life. Esteem to be somebody of character, even with your flaws and shortcomings. Esteem to leave a legacy that is worthy of being repeated or talked about or admired or emulated. Esteem to leave a mark. Wow. Wherever you step, wherever you sat, wherever you lived, and especially on this earth when it's time for you to wands on. Dez is bugged out. I'm still waiting for that answer, Dez. What one do I got? What do I got? What do I got? You have a question. What's your question, So Lovely? What is your question? Being worthy when you look in the mirror is really what counts to me outside. That's it. That's a fact. All that starts from within, Miles. Accountability, self-worth, all those things, you definitely have to be loving the person that you see in that mirror, internally and externally. Esteem to leave a mark sounds like a hickey is crazy. Bugged out. What's the question so lovely? You always got a question. I'm glad the algorithm is starting to pick up where it needs to, especially on X, formerly known as Twitter's. It allows more people to kind of come into the situation. And those that are over on X or Twitter, make sure you follow me there at Big Phil Speaks, and that you come over to YouTube and follow me at Big Phil Speaks, and on IG at Big Phil Speaks, all over social media at Big Phil Speaks. Got some big things coming. There's some shorts right now, but I got some big things coming. Make sure you tap in and tune in, huh? What some thought would destroy me has only made me stronger. The weight that they wanted to put on my back and shoulders only made me lift up like Samson. The areas in which I fall short, it's only made me want to correct them and make them better. Come to LA on your tour. When I do the city to city pull up, I'm definitely coming out to LA and surrounding counties. Why you frowning so lovely? Where's the question? Suddenly I'm feeling the steam to leave my mark. Pause. No diddy. Listen. The hate that I've received and others receive should be a catalyst to, it's not showing on my end. It stopped at, I have a question. I didn't see anything else. Could you rewrite it again and post it, please? Please. All I see is I have a question with your hand raised, and I see the sad face, then I see scroll. Hey, Tiffany, hey, good morning to you. But yeah, you should want to deem yourself worthy first for yourself. Yeah, let me say that. Everything is for self first. You have to be able to live with the person that you are. Be proud of the person you are. Be happy with the person you are, internally as well as externally. And then esteem to leave your mark on this world. Phil, any thoughts on the war? I feel like the war is a bunch of bullshiggery, a lot of smoke and mirrors, a lot of magic tricks. You know how I say, to disguise, to deflect, for personal agendas, for monetary gain, while we pay for it all, while we suffer from it all, the gas pump, the food, loved ones dying, loved ones being snatched. Understand something. They claim they ain't got money for that TSA to protect our airports, but they got money for other bullshiggery. They took back the Affordable Health Care Act, but they got money for this war. What's your thoughts on people who hate that watch you? That's a multifaceted question there, or really is a multifaceted answer. One, people be strange individuals. Well, it can be very strange to watch somebody that you hate, right? And hate is a strong word. One, you can dislike somebody and still watch them or still be okay. But if you hate somebody, why are you in the room? Why are you, whether you are out where they can see you in the room or behind a sheet or in the A90s, as we like to say, But then again, the flip side of that is let their hate and them watching be the motivation for you to show their ass whom the hell you are and whose you are and what you're capable of and all the things that they hated and hated on. Show them that, just like my song said, if you was hating on me before, give it a minute. You're really gonna be hating me now. Give them a reason to be upset and just pray for their ass. Pray for them. Yeah, let them keep watching. Let them keep watching because I'm going to smile. You can hate my skin, hate my flow, hate the way I'm smiling on them, the way I stay styling on them. Won't he do it? Won't he do it? It ain't a form of gloating. It ain't a form of rubbing their face in it, but it's to say your hate ain't got no reign over me. Your hate don't got no power over me. In reverse is powering me to be a better person, a greater person, do bigger things than before. Hate on and keep watching. Hate, keep hating and keep watching. I ain't singing no verse. I ain't know you, I ain't know me. Keep watching. Because some haters are secretly supporters and people that like and admire you. And for whatever reason, they're dealing with spirits and principalities that makes that has that haterization exuding itself. Or they're seeking attention from you, or they just don't know how to communicate how they feel about you, or they letting pride and ego stand in the way from just being honest and be like, you know what? I rock with that old Big Phil. Or something about you triggers them. Could be a past love, could be a family member, it could be a situation, it could be a number of things in which they are triggered by your look, your presence, your speech, how you act, how you dress, whatever it is. And some of them really infatuated with you, and they just don't know how to communicate that properly. They on some elementary school stuff. Y'all remember when we was in elementary school, even the boy would pick on the girl, or the girl would pick on the boy because they really liked him but didn't know how to communicate it? Some of that hate be just that. Yeah, haterization. That's it too, Miles. When the hate don't work, they start telling lies. Understand something. That's a great, I like that question. So lovely. So lovely. However, let them watch. Let them keep watching. Like my song says, if you was hating on me before, give me a minute. You really gonna be hating me now. And if you hating on me because what you think I got or what you think I can do or all these things, I would say to you is look in your mirror. Have a conversation with yourself. Find out or worry about what your greatnesses are, what your talents are, what your weaknesses are, what you need to improve, what you need to do to get to where you need to be in life, or what it is you want to do, and work on that. Let your hate I'ma let their hate be some supercharged fuel to keep pushing me and propelling me towards my purpose. I'm just saying. Circle yes or no if you like me vibes. That's a fact. That's a fact. You know, you can take the letter and fold it up. Sometimes you fold it up like a little either in a little thing like that, or you fold it up like the paper football and you sit it on their desk, or you pluck it over there to them. If you like me, do you like me? Yes or no? They circle yes and they send that back. Uh, would you be my girlfriend? Yes or no? Send that back. You might get a yes, you might get a no. You know what I'm saying? But the worst part is at the beginning, do you like me? Yes or no? And they put no. But life goes on though, right? Life goes on. Feel like Phil sounds like you sketching the lyrics to the remix. I'm just saying, listen, let the haters continue to watch. They just not man enough or woman enough to come out the shadows and watch you like everybody else, or to engage in the conversation naturally without all the hating, without the negative comments, without the bullshittery. I know who be watching and who don't be watching. I can sense it. I can sense it. My discernment be on 1,000, and my spidey senses be lick, 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 lick. I know who be watching. Come on out the shadows. You can be human. You can be natural. You could be a part of the conversation without the haterization. You could be a part of the conversation without centering on me. You can be a part of the conversation without having any angst, animosity, jealousy, envy of me. I hope it ain't fear, because I ain't your enemy. I want us all to be great. I want us all to win. I ain't got no issues that's gonna keep you from being great. I'm not even gonna put my mouth paws on you to stop you from being great. I want everybody to be great. Can't say the same for others about me, but that ain't for me to worry about. And ain't for me to worry about. Those that are for me will be for me. Those that will be against me, well, so sorry for you. So sorry for you. Have at it. I be hearing certain celebrities say my statement, say my slogan now. Have at it. And I ain't gonna say I'm the first one to say it, but I've said it more than enough and more than others and before others. But listen, that's a whole nother conversation. Phil, how did you find your purpose, and does it evolve or change in time? Ooh, that's a good question. In all honesty, Miles, I tell a story about me being outside in the streets, you know what I'm saying, doing whatever, being a part of whatever, right? I noticed that when I was younger, when I was younger, things, even at my worst, or even when I was being mischievous, or even when certain things would happen, certain other things would happen and be placed in my circumference, brought to me. I've always been popular throughout school, after school, and all that, right? So that doesn't do nothing for me. But so people gravitated towards me either positively or because of my positivity or because of my negativity, depending on what it was, right? But in the midst of me being outside and stuff, people would turn to me for counsel in a way. People would bring their problems to me. I've told the story of one young lady that I've known since before kindergarten, in daycare, pre-K, Head Start, whatever, called me out of the blue and was about to commit suicide. Me of all people. And at the time, I was on the corner selling crack. I was outside. And I had to run home and find her mother's number, because back then I kept all numbers that I had in one or two shoe boxes, pieces of paper. I kept numbers. And I'm glad I was that type of individual, because it was necessary in that moment. And I couldn't understand then, why me? Why would she reach out to me of all people? And she told me in the midst of her conversation, she said, the reason why I'm calling you is because you have always been a friend. You never tried to F on me and run, or use me for my body, or use me for my money, or none of these things. You've always been solid. And I felt as though I should call you and tell you. And in my mind, I'm like, nah, why are you putting this on me? Because that's a lot. I'm a teenager. That's a lot. So I had to run home, tear the box up, looking for her mama's number, and I found it and called her mother and fortunately, her mother was able to get over there and save her and all that other stuff. But even after that, I was like, why me? Of all people, I'm outside selling cracks, doing street activities and not living the best and doing all these things. Why me? That's just one instance of a lot of things that have taken place through my life. To where I start realizing there's a certain calling on my life, but I kept running from it. I kept, certain things still I'm kind of, but I'm honing in on and recognizing that no matter how I want to run from it, it's going to catch up to me and or beat me to where I'm going. So I might as well embrace it and try to walk towards it. I heard that too. Have at it, Jay. That's a fact. That's a fact, D-Blade. That's a fact. He ain't the only one. He ain't the only one. Is a Mike 313 has been a few people I done seen using my have at it. But that's just one example. And my thing is this, right? I might not have always been super responsible with the leverage or the pull that I might have had with certain individuals. And I know now at not just because of my age, but because of my understanding, experience, and my recognition and realization that there's the responsibility that comes with certain things. And if I want to be a difference, to people, then I have to take responsibility for my actions, good and bad. You get what I'm saying? And that's why I'm transparent. And that's why I try to take accountability when and where I'm wrong. And I try to apologize when it's necessary, or not even when it's not necessary sometimes. And even try to give grace and mercy to some, because I know I need it. Maybe not for things now, but in my past and things of that nature. But that's a great question. I've known some of my purpose for a long time, Miles, to sum it all up. But I ran from it for so long that now I'm starting to just embrace certain things and actually work towards that, or whatever the case may be. Not perfect. I'm not saying that I'm just some guru or something, because that ain't me. I'm just me. Big Phil speak. My life is an open book, and I hope that hopefully it'll be a testimonial for brothers such as yourself, sisters such as other people that who either lived a life, got a family member living or lived a life, or esteemed to be in a life, to understand what's good and what's not good, what you should do, what you shouldn't do, and if you're caught up in it, how you can get out from under before it's too late. That part, or whatever. Mike 313 said, put a name on it. Listen, understand, ladies and gentlemen. Unfortunately, people came in late, some did, but it's all good. This is gonna be up on YouTube. Hopefully, y'all will share this with individuals so they can see what you see, hear what you hear, enjoy what you enjoy. Or if you's a hater, so they can hate what you hate. Huh? Yeah, the haters, y'all share to it. Huh? It's crazy you still who you are to certain people, even when you don't see it in yourself. That was relatable, bro, for real. Hey, that's it right there. That's it. What's the song by the Gap Band? Keep running, you can't keep running in and out of my life. You can try to run from your destiny and your purpose as long as you can, but as long as you're breathing, it's gonna find a way to show itself or be in your face till you tap in and accept it. That's real spill. And I damn sure don't want to leave this earth without me being able to without me being able to live out my purpose. Yeah. Yeah, that part. I think on that note, that's a good way to segue on up out of here, ladies and gentlemen. Before I do though, I've been saying I'm on a mission to get 100,000 followers here on YouTube, on IG. and then the other social media outlets can fall in line or whatever the case may be. If you would share this situation with 1 to 7 of your friends, family members, close associates, and business partners. Let them know Big Phil Speaks is in the building. The Good Morning Gang Morning Show is what it is, and you don't want to miss it. Don't be selfish and just hold on to me by yourself. Share it. Let them know you're gonna laugh a little, you might cry a little, you're gonna get upset a little, you're gonna learn something, you might get inspired, you know what I'm saying? All of the above. Here at the Good Morning Gang Morning Show. There's a lot of morning shows, but there's none like me, huh? Why? Because they don't got me. If anybody's watching from another situation, syndication, or lituation, holler at your boy. I'll come be on the joint, you know what I'm saying? Listen. I'm not saying I'm all that, but I'm all that to me. I might not be him to you, but I'm him to me. And there's not too many out here. Matter of fact, none like me. Oh, that was a bar. Hold up. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, but I'm soon to go to Monday through Friday, Miles. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I've been battling with making this 5 days a week. But it has to make sense too. It has to make sense. I don't be begging on here begging for money or asking for money too much. However, if you want to show support, you can buy me a cup of coffee, proverbially, or whatever, and send me something. Or you can do a super chat, or you can join the join the membership, or you can send me something through Zelle, Apple Pay, or PayPal at bigphilspeaks@gmail.com, or whatever the case may be, if you so choose. If you think that I'm worthy, you know what I'm saying? You spend money on less. You can put aside a Big Mac meal and send something for Big Phil. You know what I'm talking? Crack baby trick baby. Until next time, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, that part right there. And I'm gonna put up a poll somewhere to find out what y'all think I should do. I can ask y'all now. Do y'all think that I should go Monday through Friday, or keep it Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, huh? Which one of y'all think that I should do? Monday, Wednesday, Friday, or Monday through Friday? Either way, either way, it's gonna be consistency. It's gonna be up in his stuff. Pause. No, Diddy. But the goal is to give you what you want and then some. I'm not gonna be able to please everybody, but I'm gonna be able to make it do what it do and give you something. Do what's comfortable for you. I know that's right. Either way, it's comfortable for me. It's just a thing of time equals money, money making, dollar. If it don't make dollars, it don't make sense type of thing, Miles. You know what I'm saying? Because if the time I'm taking away from other things, meaning there's less money to be made or whatever. That's all it is. So it has to be a balance. Just a balance. Do what fits your schedule. Mm. Yeah, I'm with you on that. But I'm also a believer that you make time for the things you want to, whether it be relationship, whether it be getting to a bag, whether it be your purpose, whether it be to a goal, whether it be doing the morning show. You make time for what it is you want to do. And I love the fact that a lot of you have stayed consistent with supporting me in spite of my little layoff, my little time off, or whatever the case may be. I love you. I love y'all for that, for real. Do you clip these up and post them on across your socials? Not as much as I should, Miles, but I'm gonna start doing that. I'm gonna start doing that. Not as much as I should. I'm wearing every hat in this situation. I don't have no engineer. I don't have no social media person. I don't have no PR. I don't. I am the management. So I'm wearing all the hats. That's probably why I got multiple joints on now, because I wear all the hats. But yeah, I'm gonna start doing that too to make sure the word gets out there, and I'm gonna start maybe doing some ads on Google as well and YouTube. Will help promote the show as well. Hopefully, someone finds love. Pun feel the love this year. Oh yeah, feel the love is coming back, coming back. I'm hoping to have it back for you Friday. Just like that. And for those that like, what is Feel the Love? If you knew, Feel the Love is where people come to find love, but it's not a dating show per se. We talk about love, relationship, intimacy, uh, marriage, all the things, right? And it gets real salacious and spicy, so it's grown folk talk. So make sure you're doing it when the kids ain't there. Jazzy, what's up, Jazz? How you been? How you been? Miss you, Jazz. Hey, miss you. Lord have mercy. So lovely. What question you got now? So lovely. What question you got now? Huh? What question you got now? Don't try to keep me on here when I'm trying to get the hell up off here, neither. Look at my Jazz. What up, gang? You right. That's time consuming. What's the question? What's the question? What I miss, yeah. She need to get that trademark. I told her before that needs to be her. If she ever did a podcast, that need to be the name of it. Or if she did a segment on somebody else's thing, that needs to be the name of the podcast or the segment that she does. What I miss. I know it's been a while. Thank you, Jazz. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Philip, I have another question. You didn't ask the question. You just said, I have a question just a minute ago. What's the question? So lovely. Type it. Clickety, click, click, click. Type it so I can, I'm talking about. Let me take a sip of libation, some water. Mm. Mm. Water is good for the soul. You feel me? That's why I'm alkaline, baby. Don't let that go over your head, huh? What's the other question? So lovely. What's taking you so long? She playing. I think you playing so lovely because I'm trying to get up out of here. Man, bye, so lovely. Get out of here. Yeah. She playing. She playing. You playing with my emotions, Smokey? You playing with my emotions. But yeah, tell a friend to tell a friend. You know what I'm saying? I don't care if you got something going on or this, that, and the third. What I miss, you must have been on here for a while. Yeah, I'm back to my 8 to 10 Jazzy, my 8 to 10 Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I'm back at it like, like nobody business. I talked about being worthy. I talked about the ice in the airports and on Carnival cruises. And I talked about the Bama with the tattoo, Louis Vuitton glasses on his face and all the things. I've talked about a few things or whatever. So lovely, stop playing with me. But yeah, y'all, it's another wonderful episode of the Good Morning Gang Morning Show. Tell a friend to tell a friend. You're gonna get something out of this. And to further answer that question earlier, let the haters hate. Let them hate. Long as they got your name out their mouth and on your mind, on their mind, then that means you doing something out here, huh? Just keep doing you. Dang, so you ended that G side. But it's gonna be up here to go back to. Y'all want me to stay on a little bit longer? Y'all want me to stay on a little bit longer? Why y'all want me to stay on a little bit longer, huh? Huh? Y'all want me to stay on a little bit longer, you know what I'm saying? Y'all want me to stay on a little bit longer, you know what I'm saying? And then a little something, you know what I'm saying? You need to talk about the double amputee from Maryland on the next episode. Which one, Rashad? Which one you talking about? Music says stay. Listen, time is manyan. Manyan is time. The longer I stay here, I can't get to it. So is it gonna be brought to me? You know what I'm saying? I don't be asking for much, but dang. I'm just saying. Lord of mercy. If what double amputee though? You got me on that one. You got me on that one. Baby, please stay. Stay, yeah. Ooh. Y'all come on over to the YouTube. Rude Gal. Even though I'm about to end the show, but they trying to keep me on though. They trying to keep me on the show. They trying to keep me pun this show. He's shot and unalive. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. He got no arms and no legs. I started to talk about that today, Rashad Houston. Yeah. I think I might wait till Friday for that. I think I may, right? Because I was like, how the hell is he holding a pistol? But then I saw a still shot photo of him holding a pistol, I guess at target practice, whatever it was he was doing at that time. And I said, well, I be damned. Because in my mind, when I saw him, I ain't trying to be funny, but I was like, how the hell is he holding the pistol up to shoot the jump? But we gonna get into that Friday. I couldn't believe it either. I was like, what the figgity? We'll talk about that Friday. It'll be one of the topics to talk about Friday. Huh? Yeah, that little boy getting big, ain't he, Jazz? Jazz, so when you having the next one then? When you having? I remember you was talking about you was gonna have 3 or 4 of them things. When is the next one coming, Jazzy? How do I feel about J. Cole playing both sides and Kendrick Drake joint? Um, that's a rock and a hard place because if you're cool with 2 people on 2 opposing sides of a situation or a problem, do you stop being friends with the other because they're going through it? Especially when it has nothing to do with you, especially when it's not like a serious violation as opposed, like somebody did something that somebody's family stole some money, did this or did that. Do you stop supporting and or being friends with one side because the other side has an issue or ought? Now you could be a mediator, but sometimes it's best to stay out the way. But was he supposed to? Frank White, what's goody like the mob? GM Jizzle, GMG in the place. Yes, sir. Jazz, don't get quiet now. When you having number 3, huh? 3, 4, and 5, huh? Inquiring minds want to know if it's you, are you expecting it? If it's your man, huh? What you saying, Ma? He got to choose a side, right? But that's the thing. Should we have to choose a side? If you're truly got relationships with 2 different individuals, you truly friends with both individuals, should you be made to have to choose sides? I was getting tongue twisted. Should you? Especially when there's not a real egregious thing that happened. I get it if something egregious happened or something heinous or something really bad happened that one person did to the other, then you choose a side, yeah. But if it's just, yeah, the cornhole guy. She said, not right now. These trucks my babies too now. My son about to be 11 months. I know that's right. I know that's right, Jazzy. She said, not right now, no. If homies back, ain't no telling when. Or if the right dude step in, ain't no telling when. But shout out to you. Shout out to little man. Shout out to your daughter who's growing up. Growing up. Listen, if you are into it with someone, does your homie have to choose? I think so. It depends on what happened. For me, it depends on what happened. If it's just I'm bothered by something, I'm not gonna make nobody choose sides, especially if it's long-term friendships. Now, if it's somebody who was my friend and just happened to know or meet the other individual through me and really ain't got no long-term friendship with them, that's different. But like I had a situation where me and my best friend got into it years ago, and we had friends that were around us. Some chose sides and some didn't. And I never was one to say, nah, you're going to be my friend or his friend or whatever the case may be. One, because I knew there was a possibility of making amends or whatever, right? Getting, us getting back cool, which we did. But it can also make the the friends that take sides look away. Especially if you're not the aggressor or the bad party in the situation. It can make the people that choose sides, depending on what side they choose, look away. And can destroy other friendships or whatever the case. Or it could exacerbate whatever problem the two individuals have. Because depending on what type of friend is choosing sides, they might be adding fuel to the fire as opposed to trying to put out the fire or diffuse it. Can't be comfortable around you and you talking to both of us. I think it's a conflict of interest. Yeah, it's a rock and a hard place, Miles. It definitely is. I ain't gonna lie, it's a rock and a hard place. Especially you trying to be solid and keep it 100 with both people. Unless you can do so and give the proper advice, unbiased advice to both their ass. Like you bugging, you tripping, that's your man. You bugging, that's your boy. Y'all get that shit right. It ain't about nothing. That's what should happen from the other friends around. But sometimes it's best because the person might be angry and don't want to receive it, and then they lash out at you. So it's a rock, a hard place, and a pit bull, so to speak, to be in the middle of. Just like love is. Love is the same way. You can see people going through it, and you want to take sides, and you might a woman might have a good girlfriend who's going through it with her husband or whatever the case may be, and she start wanting to take up for her girlfriend and be in her corner and all that, and then the girl get back with her husband, and the husband said, the girl remembering the things that the girl said about her husband, and the husband ain't feeling her around, and it can cause a whole lot of shiznagi. I tell you that much. A whole lot of shiznagi and bullshiggery. Anywho, listen, I stayed around for another half an hour. I know y'all got things to do. I got things to do. I got about 5 cents to try to see if I can make $1 out here. You hear me? I agree, got to stay out of people's relationship. That's a fact. That's a fact. I got 5 cents to see if I can make $1 out here. I can't stick and stay around. I know you want to leave me, and I refuse to let you go. I got to get up out of here, though. What the hell? Oh. If I got to beg and plead for your sympathy, I don't mind, because it means that much to me. Rub some pennies together, they might multiply. Man, picture me rolling. Picture that one. You hear me? Sometimes, like Outcast Goody got mom said, you got to get up, get out, and get something. Can't spend all your time trying to get high. You got to get up, get out, and get something. You and I got to do for you. Let me get up off here. Yeah, y'all prolonging the inevitable. I got to get up out here. It's your boy, Big Phil Speaks. This is the Good Morning Gang Morning Show. Before I go, going back to the question that's so lovely asked about the haters. This goes for everybody. Smile. Because you never know what it might do for somebody, including yourself. More importantly, love on somebody on purpose, with purpose. And last but not least, I'm not anti-you, or you, but I am pro-me with the emphasis on building we. Let that marinate in your melon to the next time we can chop it up and have a tay-to-tay. Until that day, it's your boy Big Phil Speaks, and I'll holla.
We're one big happy family. We're one big happy family. Hey, hey, thank you for tuning in. Make sure you come back again. Tell a friend to tell a friend. It's GMG and Big Phil Speech.
Now get your ass the hell up out of here, huh? And go be productive and live your purpose, huh? And love on somebody, but make sure they loving you back. Hey, it's your boy Big Phil Speaks. I'm up out of here until the next episode, Friday, 8 to 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Tap in, tune in, holla at your boy, and let the haters hate. That